This is the Xbox Series S, Microsoft's cheaper, all-digital companion to their more powerful Series X. It just passed the 2-year point on the market, and so it's certainly not new, but with time comes maturity, and in those 2 years there have been lots of great developments. In fact, I'd argue and say there's no better time to jump in on this aggressively priced console. With all the holiday sales, the Xbox Series S has been priced as low as $200 new. So join me, Rob, the Retro Tech Dad, as we explore what Microsoft's cheap box offers us, and let's find out if it's still the best value in gaming. I'm going to take a different approach here and tell you right off the bat that yes, the Xbox Series S is still the best value in gaming today. Now, while the Xbox Series S may not be as powerful or feature-rich as its beefier, more expensive counterpart, the Series X, in Microsoft's eyes, it is still a next-gen console, and their goal is to give it the same level of support that the Series X receives. This means new releases for the foreseeable future, so games like Elden Ring, Persona 5 Royal, the recently released Need for Speed Unbound, or perhaps looking to future releases like Starfield, Dead Space, and Forza Motorsport, the Xbox Series S will receive all these games alongside the Series X for the immediate future. They also look and play really well on this console. And if you don't need the most powerful or greatest tech, then the Series S will serve your needs as a great gaming device, especially if you're hoping to play the latest and greatest games like Need for Speed Unbound, for example. And speaking of new releases, it seems like the perfect time to mention Xbox Game Pass and EA Play, which further cements the Series S as a budget-conscious and wallet-friendly device. In fact, if you've hung out on my channel, you know how much I love the service and how much of a tremendous value it is. As someone who was once a big collector of physical media, it's hard to deny that for the amount of money per month that Game Pass isn't a good value. There are routinely deals for Game Pass Ultimate, which will run you only a few dollars per month, cheaper than streaming services like Netflix. Now, this may be Microsoft's plan for world domination, but for now, I'm okay with bowing to my potentially evil masters. I'd say that the Series S and Xbox Game Pass are a perfect match. The Series S is a box that allows you to play the entirety of the Xbox Game Pass and EA Play library natively, which by the way has a larger selection on Xbox than it does on PC. So if you don't own an Xbox console or don't have access to a reasonable PC, the Series S is an incredibly affordable way to discover the huge library available on those services. And despite the massive improvements to cloud gaming, being able to play your games natively is always the better option, and the selection of games available for Game Pass Cloud is not the same as it is on console. Which brings me to my next point. Your Xbox Series S can serve as your hub to stream all of those games mentioned using your local network and to enjoy remote play. So instead of relying on the cloud, you can use your Xbox Series S to stream to your phone, tablet, and perhaps like I do, to my Win600, Retroid Pocket 3, Steam Deck, and tons of other handhelds. I love being able to play NHL on one of these devices while I'm relaxing in my living room watching the hockey game, and it's worth mentioning that I can't stream this game through the cloud, and it's not available on PC, so yet again, having access to the Series S proves to be very useful. Oh, and of course, Series S doesn't just stream games, it's also a very capable media device. So not only does it do all the things mentioned earlier, it can be used in place of a streaming device like a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick. All of the network streaming services are available here. It's great for Plex, live TV and sports, Netflix, Hulu, you name it. Now think about this. Nvidia still sells their Shield TV Pro in 2022 for $200. And if I had a choice between the Series S or a Shield TV Pro, I'd personally take the Series S. By the way, the Xbox Series S can do 4K streaming, so your experience is as good as anywhere else when it comes to streaming your favorite content. And probably one of the most exciting things about the Series S for me is its ability to emulate consoles like the PlayStation 2, PlayStation Portable, GameCube, Wii, and Dreamcast. Actually, I can't believe how well it emulates those consoles. I've played PS2 games at as much as 4 times native resolution, and harder to run games like Shadow of the Colossus are doing well here. Now everyone knows how much I love the PlayStation 2. I think it's the one console I've covered the most on this channel, checking out emulation on multiple handhelds, but when it comes to just wanting to turn something on and play PS2 classics on a big screen, I have to say that this console is seriously becoming one of my favorite ways to enjoy PS2 gems. It's just another reason why my original consoles are sitting around collecting dust. And then there's the fantastic PP-SSPP, which allows us to go as much as 8 times the native resolution of PlayStation Portable on the Series S without much issue. I mean seriously, check out how great our favorite Otzel Daxter looks here. Or perhaps you need your fill of incredible futuristic racing with Wipeout Pure. Regardless, PlayStation Portable has never looked better. And of course, I can't talk about emulation without mentioning Dreamcast and the Flycast emulator on the Series S. I will take any opportunity to talk about Dreamcast and to show off one of my favorite Japanese imports on the system, Cosmic Smash. I seriously can't believe how crispy this one looks and how well it plays here. By the way, do the right thing and try out Cosmic Smash. It's classic arcade-style goodness exclusive to one of the greatest consoles ever. But emulation doesn't stop there, because Retroarch is also available for the Xbox Series consoles, and that only means more doors have been opened for us and more consoles to explore. Now, the Dolphin Core is part of Retroarch, which means that emulation for GameCube and Wii is possible, and the Series S does a fantastic job handling it. I've gone as high as 4 times native resolution for GameCube and Wii. And again, it's just amazing what this box can do for the price. Speaking of price, how about free? As in, there's a massive library of free-to-play games available on the Xbox platform. In fact, you don't need Game Pass or Xbox Live Gold to enjoy these games. And seriously, look at this list. There's a lot of gaming here to check out and explore. So again, if you are extremely budget conscious, for the price of entry, you can have access to games like Destiny 2, Call of Duty Warzone, Apex Legends, Fortnite, Killer Instinct, Phantasy Star Online 2, Rocket League, and much more. It's certainly not a category of games I frequent, but I do realize the appeal that many of the games on this list have for gamers out there, and so it's a big deal that they can be enjoyed here. And did you know that the Xbox Series S has full keyboard and mouse support, so you can play games like Fortnite as you would on a PC? Amazingly, you can go one step further and use this $200 box as a PC alternative. Hop onto the Edge browser, sign into Office Cloud, and suddenly you can create a PowerPoint or type up a document in Word, check your emails in Outlook, or stream YouTube directly in the browser. It's surprisingly capable and fast, and sure, it's probably not going to replace your main computer, but the fact that this can be done is honestly pretty cool, as well as being able to play games with keyboard and mouse as long as the game's supported. Microsoft has also done a decent job focusing on backwards compatibility, and while the Series S may not have an optical drive, it still does have access to a good number of Xbox Classics and Xbox 360 games. Some of which are available for free like Crackdown, or part of Xbox Gamepass like Black and Perfect Dark Zero. Then there's a decent number of them available on the Microsoft Store, so you can go back and explore some great Xbox classics, and they all look great and play really well. Now let's talk about its design. The Xbox Series S is Microsoft's smallest console ever, and its small footprint could be an advantage to many users. The device doesn't need a lot of room in your media center setup. It's compact enough to travel with you, and because of its small size, it's easy to place in any room in your house. It's perfect as a companion console to something you may already own. You can enjoy all the things that comes with your Xbox Series S in your bedroom as a console for your kids. You could stuff it in a small bag and bring it along with you to a friend's house or on a trip. Regardless, it's small, light, and surprisingly compact. It fits in most spaces, unlike the bigger and more powerful Series X and PlayStation 5. It's also quite energy efficient and remains very quiet, unlike some other consoles. And for a techie like me, it's cool to have access to RDNA 2 tech for cheap. So at the end of the day, It's very clear that I'm a big advocate of the Xbox Series S. I don't know what it is, but I have to say I love this box. It's elegant, efficient, and understated. It's affordable and powerful for its price. The Series S lets you enjoy media streaming, new releases, Game Pass, EA Play, Remote Play, and of course, fantastic emulation, all in a compact box that regularly goes for as little as $200. There's no denying it's a tremendous value, and despite it not being the most powerful, lacking an optical drive, and being light on internal storage, it will be hard to resist as a companion to your PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, PC, or even as your primary console. It's perfect for those on a budget, for kids and teenagers, and for someone looking for a solid all-in-one media device. I really do think that the Series S will not disappoint, and maybe this holiday season consider checking one out. It might surprise you. For me, I will continue to explore and have fun with this little box and enjoy its company for many years to come. So what do you think? Do you agree with my position on the Xbox Series S? Have you tried out emulation on the Xbox consoles? And do you think it's worth owning as a companion to other devices? Let me know down in the comments. This is the Retro Tech Dad. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.